about the truth of your very being. What can be thought? What can be said? The Vedas declare that this very self is Brahman. But to know Brahman, you must indeed know yourself. To know God, you must first know yourself. To know reality, you must know yourself. Sri Bhagavan has said, what is the use of attempting to know all else without knowing oneself? He also said, when oneself is known, what else is there to be known or to know? To comprehend the significance and the depth of what he's declaring, you must first cease to misidentify as a body. Question yourself. Are you a body? If you are not a body, then you are not to be known through the senses. You exist, but not as an object that can be seen, or can be heard, or otherwise perceived. You must know yourself. Who must know the self? Just this one is the aim of the inquiry. The inquiry that reveals self-knowledge. Can you be what is thought of? Any thought, from high to low. Thought is objective to you and quite fleeting as well. You remain, and you are not an object to yourself. If you are never thought of, what are you? Not a body, not a mind. What are you? All the activities of the body, the senses, the mind, and all the attributes of them belong to those things, not to you. The very idea of I, of existing as an individual who can be a perceiver, a conceiver, an experiencer, and so forth and so on. It's just a notion, just an idea. What is your actual being? Free of the body, location, birth, death do not apply to you. Free of the mind, not a single idea applies to you. None of that is a definition for who you are. As the seen always corresponds to the seer, the known corresponds to the knower. If we want to know what exists, we must first be free of false definitions regarding the knower. Abandoning the definitions of the knower so that none of the known is attributed to the knower, what remains? Being but not an object, consciousness but not a thought. something of the nature of perfect fullness. For a separate I, perhaps embodied, there is a this, something objective, a world to experience. Your real existence lies beyond the conceptions of I and this. Unborn, unchanging, immovable, deathless. Unformed, unmodified, illimitable. Is that a description of Brahman? Or is that a description of you? The Chandogya Upanishad says, that's the truth, that is the self, and tattvamasi, that you are. If you take yourself to be anything else whatsoever, such is merely imagined. Such imagination, from the notion I, down to any form appended to it, alone is the cause of bondage and suffering. Liberation is freedom from such imagination. To find this innate freedom, inquire within yourself, who am I? If you thus inquire and know yourself, reality comprehends itself. The bliss of that is as indescribable as your very being is.